Hey guys, this is Naresh. So in this video, we will see how to install Python on our computer and how we can create different programs by using Python. So before we go ahead, let's understand what is Python. So Python is a very popular programming language and it was released in the year 1991. Using Python, you can do a lot of stuff nowadays. For example, you can do web development on server side using Python. You can also do a software development. Python is also used in the big data and performing a complex mathematics. Python is also used to do a system scripting, and you can also use Python in doing the automation like in Selenium or APM. And nowadays, artificial intelligence is one of the, I would say, area where Python is used most, because most of the libraries which are written for the artificial intelligence are written using Python. So it can be used in a variety of the areas. Okay. Now see why we need Python. So there are many languages, but why exactly people are moving towards Python? Because Python works on different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, and all the other different platforms Python can be worked upon. And Python has very simple syntax. It's just like very English language and also the mathematics. So whatever you do in English language, the same kind of a language Python has. So it's very easy to understand that. And in the math, like you do 2 plus 3, that is 5. So in the Python also, you just have to write 2 plus 3 and it will add. You don't have to call an add method for that. Okay. And another thing for the Python is it has a very simpler syntax and very few lines of code a programmer can use in Python. But if I compare it with some other languages like Java and C++, there are many lines of code which you write which do a similar kind of operation. What makes a Python different? That Python runs on an interpreter system. It means that the code can be executed as soon as it is written. It is not like Java or C++ where it is to compile first and then you have to run it. In this, as soon as the first line is written, you can run that line without even compiling it. Okay, so it consumes very less memory as compared to the other languages. Okay, Python can also be treated as procedural way, object-oriented way, on the functional way. So when I will tell you all the different programs which were written, so it can be run and it can be the Python program can be written in different way. It can be written in the form of object-oriented. It can be written in a form of functional way, which I will explain you later how we can do it. Okay, now before we go ahead Python, let's see what are the two things which are important for Python. So as I said that Python is an interpreter language, so we need to download the interpreter for the Python. And second, we need some IDE. So IDE is an integrated development environment where we can write the code. See, we can write the code in many other ways, like we can write the code in Notepad also. We can write the code in Notepad++ also. But the best way where you're working on the large projects, it's always better that you work on some IDE like Eclipse, or you can say like IntelliJ or Pycharm. So these are different IDE. So let's start. Okay, so what I will do, I will just go ahead and open Google, and here I will just type download Python. So I am downloading the interpreter for Python. Okay, so once you type that, Google will search for you. Let me just type again Python. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here's the Python website. You can go here and there you can go to downloads. And if you see, the latest version right now is Python 3.8.3. Okay, so we will work on the latest version. We will not work on the different version like a Python 2 or something, which is very different from Python 3. So we will work on the latest version. So you just need to click on this and it will download the Python 3.8.3 on your system. Beside that, what we can do, we can also download one IDE which is called Pycharm. So this is the IDE which is very popular to write the Python code. So I will download that only. So if I go there, now you will see that Pycharm is provided into two variations. One is the professional, one is the community version. But right now we will just work on the community version, which is free to use. So I will click on the download and it will download on my PC. Okay, once it gets downloaded, we have to install both the things so that we can use it. Okay, So let me see. I think it's taking time, but let me show you the one which I have already downloaded for you. Okay, see, this is the interpreter which I have downloaded earlier. So this is, you just need to click on this. Once you click on this, let me click on this, and it will tell you what are the things you need to download. And after that, just click on next and install it. So there are different options it gives you. So it says associate file with Python. I will check that. Create shortcut. I will check that. Add Python to the environment variables. I will check that. And download debugging symbol, download debugging binaries, pre-compile standard libraries. So I will just do that pre-compile standard library. That's it. If other library I need, I can do it with my program. And I will click on install. And this will install the Python on your computer. So this is downloading it, the interpreter, and it is also will do the other things which I have just mentioned that in the screen. Okay, now let's see if my Pycharm has been downloaded. Okay, so Pycharm is still downloading. Okay, so I have installed, let me see, it's 25 MB. Okay, so it's pretty slow today in the internet. That is fine. So I already have one Pycharm installed on my PC. So once we get this downloaded, we can go ahead and we can run the Pycharm. Okay. Okay, so it has been downloaded now. And if I just type Python here in my start menu, you will see that I am getting something like Python 3.8 and IDLE. Okay. So if I click on this, so this is the default IDE which I'm getting with the Python interpreter. So I can do anything here. I can test my code line by line here. For example, if I do 2 plus 3, it will give me 5. Okay, I will give 5 minus 2, it will give me 3. So it means that it has been installed now, and I can go ahead and use that. But now the second step is I need to use the IDE. So the IDE which I was downloading, I think it's still downloading, but I already have IDE installed. You just have to click on that and it will install that onto your computer. So what I will do, I will just open Pycharm, which is the IDE I have downloaded. And once I click on this Pycharm, okay, it will go ahead and open the Pycharm community version. Okay, maybe at the first time when you're opening it, it will tell you that you need to select some kind of a theme, like a black or white. So whatever theme you like, you can select it, and after that it will open this window in front of you. Okay, so this is the IDE where we will write all our programs, but it is compulsory that before you go ahead and install this IDE and download this IDE, you should have Python on your computer, because this IDE is taking a path of this Pycharm wherever this Python wherever it is installed. So this the folder where this Python is installed, that folder path is mentioned here in IDE so that you can use it. Okay, so just like the way we have used this IDE which comes with the Python, now we will use this IDE from now onwards from our next session. Alright, so that's it for Python right now, and I will meet you in the next session and I will tell you how to write different programs into the Pycharm IDE. Alright, thanks a lot and have a great day.